that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
What's up guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today, gagawa natin ng review ang iPhone XR kung sulit pa din ba siyang bilhin in 2020. So guys, let's first start to design ng iPhone XR. Itong iPhone XR pala guys, nirelease siya nung September 12, 2018 along with iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max. Nung time na yun guys, yung 2018, ang mga flagship phones ng iPhone noon or ng Apple noon is yung iPhone XS Max and yung iPhone XS. Basically guys, ang iPhone XR is ito yung tinatawag na budget phone or budget friendly na phone. Kasi in that time guys, medyo pricey or medyo mahal yung price nung iPhone XS Max and iPhone XS. Kaya gumawa sila ng budget phone, which is ito na nga, itong iPhone XR. Which is from my perspective guys, and please keep in mind na rin na hindi ito yung typical na budget friendly na phone or budget price na maiisip natin sa mga phones. Kasi guys, medyo pricey pa din yung phone nito. Yung price nito is parang flagship phones ng ibang Android phone. Like yung Samsung S10 guys na ginawa ko ng review, almost the same price lang sila. However guys, hindi naman bago tong strategy ng Apple wherein kapag naglabas sila ng flagship phone is may budget friendly sila na ilalabas na product. Ginawa din ito before guys, wherein sa iPhone 5s nung ni-release nila yun, naglabas din sila guys ng budget friendly phone which is yung tinatawag na iPhone 5C. Which is medyo similar din sila guys kasi madaming colors yung iPhone 5C and madami din colors yung iPhone XR. Which are may black, may blue, may yellow, may red, may coral, and yung ginagamit ko ngayon guys, which is yung white. Itong iPhone XR pala guys, yung front niya is glass, as well as sa housing niya, glass din siya. And yung frame ng phone is aluminum. Wherein sa iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max is, ang gamit sa frame nila is stainless steel. Tapos guys, yung protection na ginagamit sa iPhone XR sa front part niya is oleophobic coating. Ito din yung ginagamit sa iPhone 7 Plus. Wherein kahit oily yung hands natin or fingers natin is hindi masyado ma-absorb ng phone. But still guys, kailangan pa rin maglagay ng tempered glass para rest assured na maging maayos yung phone. Tapos guys, yung housing ng iPhone XR is scratch resistant siya. But please do remember pa rin na kailangan pa din mag-case guys para protected naman yung phone. Yung iPhone XR guys weighs 194 grams, which is honestly guys medyo mabigat siya. Kasi given the fact na rin guys na makikita natin sa frame niya is medyo bulky siya or medyo mataba siya guys. Tapos guys, itong iPhone XR pala is IP67 water and dust resistant up to 1 meter for about 30 minutes. And ayun guys, overall, maganda yung iPhone XR for me. Napaka-ganda yung tingnan guys, napaka-attractive and napaka-eye-catching guys. Though, keep in mind pa rin guys na kailangan maglagay ng case kasi yun na nga. Yung housing ng iPhone XR is made out of glass. Tapos yung front part naman is made out of glass as well. Kaya make sure na lagyan na rin natin guys ng tempered glass para you know, safe yung phone. Okay. Next naman na pag-uusapan natin guys is yung display ng iPhone XR. So guys, itong iPhone XR in terms of its display, ito yung sa mga controversial na pinag-uusapan. Kasi guys, ito yung sa mga significant factors kung bakit pinababa yung price ng iPhone XR or kaya mababa yung price ng iPhone XR. It is because of the fact na mababa yung resolution ng iPhone XR. Yung type ng LCD ng iPhone XR is Liquid Retina IPS LCD, which is medyo bago sa pandinig natin to guys, or at least for me medyo bago to sa pandinig ko kasi usually guys iPhone models na nakahawakan ko na ay nakikita ko sa spec sheet nila is mostly Retina sila and wala pa akong narinig ng Liquid Retina. So guys, yung iPhone XR lang yung gumagamit ng Liquid Retina IPS LCD. Tapos guys, yung size ng screen is 6.1 inches. In terms of the size of the screen of the iPhone XR guys, okay naman siya guys, malaki naman siya for me, saktong-sakto lang like for watching movies, playing games, whatsoever, or multitasking guys, whatsoever kung man ginagawa ko sa phone ko. And yung screen to body ratio is 79%, which is medyo mababa siya guys. I mean, mataas siya guys. However guys, medyo mababa siya compared sa mga flagship phones na kasabay niya, which are the iPhone XS Max and yung iPhone XS. So basically guys, medyo mas maliit yung bezels na nakikita natin sa iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max compared sa iPhone XR. Reasonable naman guys kasi itong iPhone XR is just a budget friendly na phone, budget phone na naman siya. And yung iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max is sila yung flagship phone or sila yung mas mahal na phone. Tapos ito na guys, ito yung sasabi ko yung napaka-controversial. Yung resolution ng screen ng iPhone XR is 828 by 1792 pixels. What? Di man lang sila gumamit ng 1080p, but because of the fact na rin na guys, na yun na nga, reasonable naman kasi ito naman ay isang budget friendly na phone. But pag i-compare natin to guys sa ibang phones mapa-flagship man or hindi, may mga phones guys na lower than the price range of the iPhone XR na 1080p yung screen. However, sa iPhone XR guys, yung version ng iPhone XR guys is flagship, kaya lang, yung resolution ng screen is parang pang budget friendly na, like literal na budget friendly guys, na cheap na phone, na mid-range phone. In terms of real life usage guys, hindi mo natin ito mapapansin. Like ako kasi guys, ang gamit ko yung iPhone XR as my daily driver. So far naman guys, hindi naman ganun ka-noticeable yung difference ng 1080p sa screen ng iPhone XR. Not unless guys, kung itatabi niyo yung iPhone XR sa isang iPhone na may 1080p na screen, doon, possible na noticeable yung magiging difference. But yeah, in terms of everyday usage ko naman guys na iPhone XR, hindi ko man napapansin guys yung difference. Tapos yung iPhone XR guys has 326 ppi density. So itong 326 ppi density guys, medyo mababa siya. Ito yung ginagamit ng iPhone 4. Okay guys, iPhone 4, ang ppi density ng iPhone 4, which is a 10-year-old phone, is 326 ppi density. Tapos guys, in terms of the Face ID of the iPhone XR, ang iPhone XR guys, ang gamit niya is Face ID. Some of you are maybe confused kung ano nga bang Face ID sa Face Unlock. So basically guys, yung Face ID na ginagamit sa iPhone XR is mas mataas yung security niya compared sa Face Unlock. Which is guys, yung Samsung S na ginawa ko ng review, Face Unlock security yung gamit niya. So basically guys, camera lang ginagamit doon na kapag tinapat mo sa mukha mo guys, kahit kamukha mo guys, mabubuksan yung phone or possible na mabuksan yung phone. Wherein sa Face ID guys, napaka-secure talaga nito. Like, literally, ikaw lang mismo makakabukas ng phone. Mabilis ba ang iPhone XR in terms of its Face ID? The answer is, yes guys, mabilis ang iPhone XR. So here's a demonstration. So yun guys, overall, in terms of the display of the iPhone XR, for me guys, okay naman siya, like legit. Maganda experience ang panonood natin dito or playing games whatsoever, okay naman siya guys. Okay yung screen niya. Next naman guys is yung platform o yung performance ng iPhone XR. Itong iPhone XR pala guys, kapag binili natin itong brand new, magsisimula muna to sa iOS 12, then upgradable siya to the latest version. Tapos guys, yung chipset na ginagamit ng iPhone XR is same lang sila na ginagamit ng iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max. Tapos guys, yung iPhone XR has 3GB of RAM. Tapos yung available storage ng iPhone XR are 64GB, 128GB, and 256GB. So yun guys, in terms of the performance of the iPhone XR, ito kasi guys yung gamit ko ang everyday na phone. Like, dito ako nagpe-play ng games, multitasking, doing schoolwork, whatsoever. And so far naman guys, hindi ba ako naka-experience ng problems using my iPhone XR, like lag problems or hanging problems or freezing problems whatsoever. Napaka-smooth niya guys. So kapag Android user ka guys, maisip mo na, ay, 3GB of RAM, medyo mababa. Kasi di ba guys, yung mga phones ngayon is may mga 8GB of RAM, 12, 6, whatsoever, di ba? But guys, please don't keep in mind na ibang operating system ng iPhone. Kaya kahit 3GB of RAM lang itong iPhone XR, kaya niya pa rin makipag-compete sa ibang phones na may 8GB of RAM, 6GB whatsoever. And also guys, one factor din kung bakit sulit yung iPhone XR is same lang naman silang ginagamit na chipset katulad na sa iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max, which is yung Apple A12 Bionic chip. However guys, doon nga lang sila nagkakaiba sa gigabytes of RAM. Mas mataas ng 1GB of RAM yung iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max. So yun guys, overall in terms of the performance of the iPhone XR, I don't experience problems guys like lags, hangs, freezes whatsoever guys. Napaka-smooth ng iPhone XR guys. Okay na ako siya overall. Next naman na pag-usapan natin guys is yung camera ng iPhone XR. Sa back camera guys ng iPhone XR, may isang lens lang siya. Wherein sa kasabay niya models which are iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max is dalawa yung lens niya. But anyways guys, yung single lens ito has 12 megapixels and an aperture of f-stop 1.8. However guys, despite na wala siyang second lens, kayang-kaya niya pa yung mag-take ng portrait shots. So, paano yun? Single lens lang tapos kaya mag-take ng portrait shots. So basically guys, kaya nagiging blur yung portrait shots natin sa iPhone XR kahit isa ng lens niya, it is because may software yung Apple kaya nila nagagawa yun. Nice! The next guys, yung video resolutions ng iPhone XR are 1080p at 30 or 60 FPS, 720p at 30 FPS, and lastly guys, it can capture 4K at 24, 30, and 60 FPS. So guys, imo-montage nyo lang yung picture quality, video quality ng iPhone XR. So let's go!
Yeah. Better off. I am wicked, you're insane. But I wouldn't have it any other way. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance. Pound for pound, we're a perfect match. Pulling punches, we're toe to toe, we're always on the road. We're so better, we can't stop. Us together, we're better off, and we can.
So yun guys, ito naman yung back camera ng iPhone XR. Ikot lang natin guys. So, I'm currently using 4K at 60 FPS guys, which is good for filmmaking or doing cinematic footages. Ayan. However guys, alam niyo naman na if I'm doing my vlogs or videos sa YouTube is I don't usually use the back camera. I use the front camera for filming me. But ginagamit ko din guys yung back camera for doing a montage sa mga products review. But yeah, so far ito yung quality niya guys. So guys, overall, ang masasabi ko sa back camera ng iPhone XR is napakaganda niya guys. Like overall, napakaganda niya. There's so much clarity sa mismong subject. Kuwang-kuha lahat ng details. Very sharp and napaka-crisp ng mga pictures. However guys, napansin ko is may pagka-saturated siya ng konti. Kaunti lang naman guys. Unlike sa typical Apple guys, natural yung camera nila. But ito iPhone XR guys is medyo saturated siya. But okay naman siya guys. And regarding sa portrait mode pala guys, maganda din naman siya guys. Although, incomparable pa rin siya sa iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max. Because given the fact na nga na software lang naman yung gamit ng iPhone XR sa portrait modes. Not unlike the iPhone XS at iPhone XS Max na may dual lens sila or yung isa is for telephoto. Kaya napapaganda guys yung blurred. And in terms of video quality naman guys, 100% napakaganda ng iPhone XR. When it comes to video stabilization guys, napaka-stabilize niya. I mean, hindi siya masyadong shaky guys. Tapos in terms of the details of the subjects kapag binibidyohan natin guys, napaka-sharp pa rin, napaka-crisp. And yung focusing ability niya guys is mabilis. From one subject guys, pwede tayo maglipat sa isang subject na mabilisan lang guys ma-adjust yung focus. Next naman guys ay yung front camera ng iPhone XR. It has 7 megapixels and an aperture of f-stop 2.2. Tapos guys, yung video resolution is 1080p at 60 fps. Imo-montage nila yung mga pictures and video quality ng iPhone XR. So let's go! Guys, I am now currently using the front camera quality of the iPhone XR. Ito yung video quality niya. And so far guys, maganda naman yung quality. Details are sharp ng mismong subject as well as the background, very clear. And one factor din guys na nagustuhan ko is stabilize yung video kasi I'm currently using 1080p at 60 fps and so far naman guys, maganda yung pinapakita yung performance sa akin. Hindi siya masyadong shaking kahit alawin ko na konti. Though may shaky na siya kaso konti lang. And also guys, napansin ko may beauty effect siya. I mean, smoothen na yung mukha ko guys. As you can see, medyo nawawala ng bahagya yung pimples ko. But ayun guys. And also napansin ko medyo malapit sa akin yung camera. And ayun. Though overall naman guys, maganda naman yung quality. Details are sharp na subject and as well as the background. So guys, in terms of the selfie camera of the iPhone XR, all I can see is napakaganda guys, napaka-crisp, napaka-sharp nung pictures. And when it comes to video guys, isa ito sa mga nagustuhan kong feature ng iPhone XR which is capable of capturing 1080p at 60 fps. So basically guys, kapag nag-vlog tayo is napaka-stabilize nung iPhone XR. Even though na shaky yung hands natin, nag-shake tayo, is napaka-stabilize, is naka-steady na siya mismo guys. And also guys, yung iPhone XR is capable of capturing portrait mode kahit sa front camera or sa selfie camera ng iPhone XR. So, magandang feature yun guys sa mga mahilig mag-selfie. And all I can say is, maganda din siya guys. Napaka-clear ng pictures, napaka-crisp, napaka-sharp. However guys, may napansin ako sa camera ng iPhone XR, which is nagulat ako guys. Ito yung tinatawag na beauty gate. So basically guys, kapag natitig tayo ng pictures dito or ng videos tayo dito, napapansin natin guys, is kumikinis bigla yung mukha natin or nasa-smoothen yung mukha natin. So nakakapanibago to guys, obviously kasi, di ba, alam naman natin na natural yung iPhone, mag-capture ng pictures, videos, whatsoever. But dito sa iPhone XR guys, may beauty gate siya na nagpapaganda ng mukha natin, nagpapakinis ng mukha natin. So to give you guys a perspective or an idea kung ano yung quality ng beauty gate ng iPhone XR, i-compare natin siya guys sa iPhone 7 Plus ko para malaman yung difference ng beauty gate sa iPhone XR and sa natural na quality ng camera ng iPhone. So guys, I'm currently recording on two phones. One, ito yung iPhone XR ko, ito yung iPhone 7 Plus ko. This is not a full comparison video. Ipapakita ko sa inyo yung natural effect na nasa iPhone 7 Plus and yung beauty gate or beautification or beauty effect na nasa iPhone XR. And then guys, overall maganda yung camera quality ng iPhone XR. Tapos next naman guys is yung battery ng iPhone XR. Yung battery ng iPhone XR has 2,942 mAh. It supports fast charging and wireless charging kasi given the fact na nga na glass back yung iPhone XR. So in real life usage guys, yes, napakatagal niya malobat. Like, literally guys, kahit mag-gaming ako, multitasking, watching movies, or just scrolling my feed guys, okay na ako yung iPhone XR. Like, aabot siya ng mga 12 hours siguro, or 2 beses ako nag-charge guys in one day. And dito guys yung stereotype na inisip natin na iPhone, mabilis malobat. No guys, matagal siya malobat. And actually guys, mabilis din mag-charge yung iPhone XR. Kahit standard yung adapter ko, mabilis siya mag-charge. And lastly guys, yung price ng iPhone XR. Nung ni-release to guys, ang brand new price nito sa Philippines is nasa around 50,000 pesos. Wherein sa US guys, pagkakalam ko is $750. Which is dito sa Philippines guys, kapag convert natin is around 37k siya, 40k. Nasa ganun price range guys. Which is mas more siya ng 10,000 pesos. However guys, kapag usapang second hand price na, nasa around 20k siya, 21k, 22k, 23k, 24. Nasa ganun price range guys, depende sa seller. But mataas ba din guys yung price range niya? Medyo may pagkamahal pa din siya. So yun guys, that's pretty much my review about sa iPhone XR. And the question is, sulit bang bilhin ng iPhone XR in 2020? The answer is 100% yes. Worth it bilhin ng iPhone XR in 2020. Kasi guys, when it comes to its design, performance, camera quality, battery quality, whatsoever, maganda guys ang iPhone XR. Top notch, maganda iPhone XR gamitin. And let's say gusto mo mag-upgrade from an Android phone or kahit iPhone guys na lower models and gusto mo mag-upgrade, iPhone XR is one of the best phones na pwedeng pag-upgrade na natin. Although kung mapaghihintay pa naman kayo guys, you can just wait for the upcoming na iPhones na ilalabas ni iPhone. Most likely ilalabas na is iPhone 12. Most likely guys, or probably maglabas din ng budget phone katulad ng iPhone XR. So kung ako sa inyo guys, wait nyo lang yon. And kung hindi kayo mapaghintay guys, ayun, okay naman iPhone XR na bilhin guys. Okay na siya. So yun guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. Yun yung review ko ng iPhone XR. Thank you for watching. And kung may questions kayo guys, just comment down below or PM nyo ako sa mga social media accounts ko. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.